Hello, welcome to Zombie Beach.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another scintillating I guess you could still call it pre-zombie apocalypse edition of Zombie Beach podcast, featuring yours truly, the incomparable Dan Ledbetter, and of course my co-host, longtime friend, and soon-to-be zombie hunter partner, Jerry Davis. Or Beaker, as we sometimes call him from the Muppet Show.
You recognized it. I did it right. That's
did.
what I was trying to do.
I'm glad.
I have no idea why.
I didn't know if you were doing Beaker or maybe like Curly from the Three Stooges. I was.
Whoa.
Okay, well,
that's Curly.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. It's been a while.
Oh, listeners, I hope that you are still with us even after our summer vacation. Much like being in school, we took a little bit of time off to take care of some personal matters, but we are back from the dead and ready to party.
I'm back.
Yeah, so what have you been doing over... I sound like the teacher coming in at September. So, what did you do on your summer vacation, Mr. Davis?
Well, I'm still waiting for my glasses to come back.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that for a second. Both Jerry and I suffered the same malady with our super focus glasses. Now, you know, we love our super focus glasses, so we're not saying anything bad against said optical device. However, and I'll bet you they happened right around the same day. I'd taken my glasses off and set them down on my car seat. And I came back out like 20 minutes. I was parked in the shade. It wasn't like in the sun, so it wasn't that hot. And I come back out, and there was this buildup of oil, water stuff in one of the lenses, like it had, like the mechanism had sprouted a leak. Yeah. And it was like filled about halfway, and I thought, well, this isn't right. So I looked online on how to clean my glasses. I thought maybe, on the off chance, although that much condensation happening in less than an hour is highly unlikely. But I cleaned them off, and then I put the lenses back on, and they were fine. And then I come back 5 minutes later, and they filled back up again. And I'm going, okay, something is not right here. Ooh. So that was what happened with me. Now, I didn't tell you about that because I thought maybe it was my fault. Maybe I did something, so I was a little bit, ashamed and scared.
He was bummed that he destroyed his glasses by leaving them in the car.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I go, oh man, these are precision eyepieces, and I must have screwed them up by putting them in the car, and then sure enough, it must have been like 3 days later, emailed me about having the same problem. So what happened with yours?
I was sitting at my desk, and I went to focus them on my screen, and only one eye focused. I'm like, what? And so I thought it was my eyes going screwy. I'm like, oh God, my prescription's changing. What is going on? And I kept on sliding it back and forth trying to get it. And the more I did it, the less it worked on one eye. And then I realized it was like dripping what felt like mineral oil.
Ooh.
It was just really thick oil. And then I realized it was coming out of the bottom of the lens, and the lens had sprung a leak. These lenses are oil-filled or liquid-filled lenses that flex and change their optical focal point, obviously. Right. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, this shouldn't be happening.
And I was bummed. But then, I don't know how much further I should go into it. But, it happened. And so we contacted Superfocus, and
yes. Now, did you contact customer support, or did you contact our good friend Thea?
No, I tried. I went through channels because we basically purchased these.
Right.
They're not giveaways. We're paying for them, but we're paying for them via advertising
with the sweat of our brow.
Yeah, we're working for these suckers, and because we wanted them, and we're working for them. And that's so I was going through their channels. And I got to tell you, there's this online chat thing or in their email. Nobody ever got back to me.
Really?
At all. I think the only reason why anybody got back to me is because, for one thing, I didn't get on the phone. That was going to be next.
Okay.
But you were contacting our contact there.
Yes. Yeah, we probably shouldn't mention her name because she might not want to be known as our contact. So it sounds like very clandestine, doesn't it?
Really.
But now, see, I did the same thing. I emailed our contact via Facebook because we're Facebook friends. And I didn't hear. No, I take it back. I emailed her through the email that I had from her when we first started communicating. And I didn't hear back from her. Then I emailed her. I messaged her on Facebook. And I didn't hear back from her. So I'm going, okay, well, maybe she doesn't work there anymore, because you know how the PR marketing field is. It's like people get shifted around. So that's fine. So I emailed Superfocus, and I didn't hear back. So then I called Superfocus and left a message. Then I got an email from Superfocus saying that all of the PR deals that they do was handled through, our contact. So I go, okay. So I sent another email at the address that I had, which turns out was not the correct address. And then finally she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She Facebooked me and said, I'm so sorry. I don't know how this slipped by me, but we want to take care of you. And, what happened? I sent her a picture and, pointed out the thing. And I said, Jerry's got the same problem. So then it took like 3 or 4 days, and I got I got an email with my return receipt. Yeah, the UPS paid for, which it's fine. Yeah, but it's been like about 3, maybe 4 weeks now.
I have to tell you, I am really, really missing them.
Yeah, me too.
Because I've gone back to my cheaters, which means I have to move all my monitors like a foot away from my face.
Right.
And the eye strain, by the end of the day, is exhausting me.
Right.
To the point where when I come home, I don't want to do any writing. My work on my novel is stopped.
Right, because you're tired.
I'm tired. I don't want to stare at a screen anymore.
Got you. So. Well, all that to say, dear Zombie Beach listener, that we are checking out how well they stand by their product.
Yeah,
and because
this is like full disclosure too,
full discoloration. But yeah, it's like while we love the product, we're not going to sit here and blow smoke and say they're the best thing ever if there's problems. We will tell you the truth, unlike some other podcasts who get all sorts of free stuff for free.
That being said, we have for this episode we have another sponsor.
What?
Unfortunately, I'm the only one who got paid for it.
Oh,
sorry.
Great. What did I miss out on?
Death Wish Coffee.
Oh, you know what? I saw that. I saw said Death Wish Coffee.
Oh my God, is it good? And
is it amazing?
It is amazing. It's billed as the strongest coffee in the world.
Oh, that's a little bit frightening.
But it's not the strongest tasting in the world. It's pretty strong, but it's not like, it's not going to make your teeth dissolve and fall out. What it is it's formulated to be the strongest caffeine content possible with the strongest flavor possible, because there's this little paradox where if you really want strong caffeine in a coffee, you usually have to roast it very light, because if you roast it really dark, which everybody assumes is stronger, you've roasted most of the caffeine out of it.
Right.
So they've come up with these very special beans that are grown in a very special way and roasted in a very special way, all organic, all natural, nothing added.
Now, wait a minute. It doesn't involve like a weasel eating them and crapping them out, does it?
No, this is not weasel's butt coffee, which I have had.
Well.
But anyway, the deal was I got a package of it, and he actually sent me a nice big package of it to review for groovybrew.com, which is my coffee and beer website.
Nice.
And it was so good, I threw in a deal where I said, okay, I'm going to, this also counts for sponsoring a couple of the podcasts. So.
Oh, very good. Well, that's good. That's no harm, no foul.
So if enough of our listeners is interested and they go to groovybrew.com/deathwish and check them out, and enough people actually do that, we'll be able to count how many people go to that website, and we'll be able to take those numbers and show it to them. Maybe they'll become a permanent sponsor, and maybe Dan will get some too.
Maybe I'll get a cup of coffee out of the deal.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
I think that'd be fun, because I do like me some strong coffee. And if this is, what would you say now that you've had this coffee? Would you say that this is like the equivalent of 3 cups of coffee per cup of coffee?
I'm not really.
What would you?
I would say that it is, one, it's the strongest unadulterated coffee I've ever had. But two, I'm a big fan of these things. They're called Stoke coffee shots. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're
what the hell are those?
It's about the size of a little cup of creamer.
Yeah.
But it's pure caffeine.
Oh, my God.
And you add that to your coffee to give it extra coffee. I discovered this at a truck stop, obviously. But, I mean, it doesn't add any taste or anything to it. It's it's like adding shots of espresso to your coffee, basically.
Right.
And it says on there in big, bold letters, limit 2 a day. And, do they mean it? Because I've had more than 2 today, and I regretted it.
Really? So it wired you out to the max?
It did. It made me. You know how you get a little too wired on caffeine, you get sick.
Right.
Yeah, that's what happens if you do more than a couple of those. So so 1 cup of this Death Wish coffee equals a cup of regular strong coffee with 2 shots of Stoke in it. But it tastes way better than that.
Okay.
So I totally am behind this coffee.
So now, would you say would it be overkill to have a cup of Death Wish coffee and throw in an extra shot of that bath salts coffee that you got at the truck stop?
That would be overkill.
Really?
That might make you eat someone's face.
Okay, there you go, people. Know that.
But this, I would say this coffee is so strong. If you gave it to a zombie, it may cure the zombieism.
Really?
Or it may awaken the dead. And
that's what I was going to say. Maybe that's what started the zombie apocalypse. Forget bath salts. Somebody just drizzled some of that Death Wish coffee in their mouth.
Yeah, I'm sure he wants us to tell everybody that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, please don't give this coffee to corpses. We appreciate that. Unless by corpse you mean yourself in the morning and having a hard time getting going.
Speaking of zombies,
yes,
which is
as we often do,
oddly enough, which is this podcast is about. Did you see the CDC released a zombie denial statement?
Yes. Well, actually, did we not talk about that? I thought we talked about that before.
Oh my God, did we?
I think so. We did, because that came out fairly soon after the second bath salts incident, which I did some research on, and they're saying that it's not bath salts, that it's basically this designer drug, and they have no way to test for it because it's got all these weird chemicals in it, and they can't test. The only thing that they can derive out of a test from it is pot. And a low level pot at that. It's like a synthetic marijuana that they make, or THC. I guess it wouldn't be synthetic marijuana, but and apparently that is the designer drug that is going under the name of bath salts or vanilla sky or some wacky name like that. And apparently this is the kicker, is that it is legal because they have skirted around the FDA. By what was it? I'll post the link on our Facebook page because I was doing some research on it because I wanted to see what other zombie stuff was going on with this whole face eating thing, which by the way had spread to China now.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that, and also in Texas, some guy tried to eat his dog.
Well, when I was looking through the bunch of stuff, I found this one article that was really disturbing, but it turned out that it was 2 years old. this woman had killed and eaten part of her own baby, including its brain.
Really?
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, but
I had not seen that. Can you find that link and post it on our site?
Yeah, but I mean that's old news actually. That just popped up because it matched the criteria I was searching for.
Well, here's what I think we need to do as a service to our readers. Well, I guess they would be readers if they look at our Facebook page.
Yeah.
So readers, listeners, whatever you are, I think it is our civic duty as the bell ringer of the Zombie Apocalypse 2012 that we should probably start compiling this information so that there is sort of a timeline, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Facebook does a timeline.
So there we go.
Automatically.
So we should start, you know what? We should start our own Facebook page, Zombie Apocalypse, and just start putting stuff in as it occurs and date it so that people can go and look and say, oh, in 2012, some guy tried to eat his dog, and at the same time, some person in China tried to eat someone's face.
I'd put it right on our existing one. I don't want to split it off. Besides, I'm absolutely sure there's got to be a Zombie Apocalypse 2012 Facebook page. There's probably 10 of them.
And you're probably right. Well, maybe we could get the jump on them and sell bath salts on our website.
As long as it's legal.
As long as it's legal, kids. Hey, you can't blame us. We're merely showing you the door. We're not pushing you through it. So what is there anything else going on in zombie news? Now, you did say that the CDC, they released that statement, which they deny that there is any sort of reanimated dead corpses going around. Well, of course they're going to say that because that totally skirts the issue of, like, the Resident Evil theory, the T virus or the rage virus or whatever you want to call it. So what do you think about that? Do you think that this is a disinformational denial, or what do you think? I don't want to be all paranoid here, but I mean, there's just too much wacky crap going down in a small period of time for it to be something else.
I don't think it is something that the CDC would be involved in, because this appears to be a drug and cultural phenomenon going on. I think psychologically where the human race is ripe for something like this to happen, and I really think that we're going to do it to ourselves on purpose.
Right.
Because for one thing, Mother Nature tends to try to control populations, and we're out of control. And so there's, call me crazy, but I think there's also, and I'm not saying that Mother Nature is this big, sentient being going, oh, I'm going to kill them. I'm just saying that the natural balance of things are going to start turning against us really hard because we are so out of balance with everything else.
Sure.
And everything in nature, and actually everything in physics, demands a balance. And we're gaming the system so hard that we're throwing everything out of balance, and it's going to try really hard through every means it can. And I'm not talking about it actually thinking, that it's just the natural way of things is it's going to try to balance it back and kill us.
Well,
or
it's
kill us off.
Do you think it's trying to kill us off or just thin us out?
Thin us out. Because apparently, according to scientists, and I don't know which ones because I don't remember, but there was this genetic study that traces our genes back to 1,000-something people. So apparently, at one point in time in our past, in humanity's past, Homo sapiens had been completely wiped, almost completely. I say completely. It's just going to be another drinking game.
It's just another drinking game. It's a zombie beach drinking game, ladies and gentlemen.
You can tell I'm highly caffeinated right now.
Did you drink that? Was it Death Wish coffee?
It was.
There you go.
That's why I'm
talking. Version of bath salts right there.
Well, you notice how normally I'm like slurring my words and just like.
Yeah, you're very clear and articulate, my friend.
Or at least I'm animated right now. So, or reanimated.
Or reanimated is where I was going to go. Good heavens! So it traces us back that we are descendants of a small, tiny refuge of people.
There's this one little valley somewhere where a small group of people, small being about 1,000 or so, survived some sort of worldwide cataclysm that wiped everybody else, and then we're all descendants of those people. Everybody, black, white, green, red, everybody.
Wow.
Wait a minute, how many green people are there?
I don't know. I was going to wait until you finished because I thought maybe you were going somewhere with the green people thing. But,
Vulcans.
But yeah, Vulcans, exactly. Well,
Aries.
interesting. Well, who knows? This could be. And no, I'm just going to say it.
That doesn't mean there isn't going to be apocalypse. It just doesn't mean it's going to be like some sort of supernatural undead thing.
And I don't mind saying that I am so unprepared if the apocalypse happens tomorrow.
Me too.
I'm sitting here looking at my room and I'm going, there are so many windows in this house. It would be so easy for even a half dead person could like just come and lean against the window and fall through, and they'd be in my house. So it's like I need to take some serious precautions because
maybe you need some virtual training. There's a new video game out called Lollipops and Chainsaws, I think.
Dude, yes.
Is that awesome?
That was a Kickstarter game, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, maybe not. That's a different one.
It was at the GameStop. My kid and I have been at the GameStop a lot recently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not. There's a different. I'll tell you about that one after we're done talking about Lollipops and Chainsaws. I did see the preview for it, like the run through where someone was recording some of that, and it looks really good.
It looks fun.
So there's speaking of zombie games, there's one coming out, and this is a great idea. I thought this was the most brilliant idea on Kickstarter. For those of you who don't know, Kickstarter is a way to get your project funded without having to write up a super detailed proposal. So it's like if Jerry, like let's say Jerry wanted to write a book on rebuilding a car engine, and it was going to cost him like $30,000, so he could take the year off and live and write this book. And basically, you could get people to fund your project if you are convincing enough that they like it.
Yeah. So Julia Nunes, one of my favorite indie artists, she funded her album and released it that way.
Yeah, actually, way above and beyond what she had originally.
Way above. She wanted to like get 10,000, and she ended up with almost 100,000.
Yeah. So see, people, if you've got a great idea, don't think you have to go to the bank or start bugging Bill Gates at his house. You could put this up online and get people to fund you. Well, all that to say, this little indie game company out of their garage said, "Well, hey, we have this great idea for a zombie game, and we want to see if they'll fund it." And they had like a little alpha demo that they were working on, and they put it up there. And it's basically, imagine the zombie apocalypse happening, but all the adults die out, and it's just kids.
Oh, all those sad kids without mothers and fathers.
Dude, I wasn't going to go there. It's like, I was thinking how cool it'd be for like a 12-year-old to have access to chainsaws and stuff and like wiping out his fellow classmates a turn.
That sounds like High School of the Dead.
Kind of. It's very similar, but it's like grade school of the dead.
Grade School of the Dead.
Yeah, you would like it. Look on Kickstarter for zombie game, and I think you'll find it. I'll see if I can find it. I'll put it up on the Facebook site too. But speaking of dead things, did you happen to catch any of the marathon on Sunday of The Walking Dead?
No, because I don't have regular TV.
Oh, that's right. Well, they AMC did a.
Now, is it on Hulu or Hulu Plus?
I don't know. I don't because I don't wear grass skirts, so I wouldn't know any of that.
Well, I just signed up for Grass Skirt Plus.
Oh,
because DealNews.com advertised 2 months free of Hulu Plus.
Oh, well, thank you for keeping me employed.
and I went for it today.
Awesome, good for you. So plus, so have you looked on there for anything, or you just got it?
I just got it, but also, I mean, the only thing I really have Hulu Plus on. Well, I have it on my iPad, but I've never used it. But we bought a I used a Nintendo Wii,
Oh,
and that's got Hulu Plus on it. So,
well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you can just now you don't have to pay anything extra to access it like through the Nintendo network, like Microsoft.
no, because it it just goes over. It actually just goes into my Wi-Fi and out.
So it's kind of like a Roku player.
Yeah, exactly. It just
Okay, all right.
becomes a Roku.
Well, all that to say, the Walking Dead marathon. So they showed the entire,
The last season.
the entire 2 seasons,
Oh wow.
back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and then ended it with the Talking Dead, where they were talking about season 3, and they actually showed some trailers and some stuff that was going to be going on. And let me just say this, my friend, holy crap. Season 3 is going to be so off the chain.
Well, I bet.
I cannot wait till October. I am like on the edge of my seat.
Does it start on Halloween?
No, it actually starts October 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was October 2nd that it starts. It starts the month after Sons of Anarchy, the 5th season of that, which is another great thing. That's the only thing that's going to keep me from climbing out my window where The Walking Dead comes back on. So I'm very excited about that. And I entered a contest. They had I posted it on the Zombie Beach page for those of you who caught the marathon. That they were doing a contest. They gave out the secret word, which was October, and you could enter to win a stagger on roll as a zombie, and they will make a professionally made bust of you as a zombie that you can take home,
Awesome.
life size. So I've got a pretty big head, so they might need a lot of plaster, is what I'm thinking. But I'm excited because I'm crossing my fingers and maybe I'll be a zombie this time. I've entered every damn contest during season 1, so that didn't pan out.
You know, if you keep on entering, eventually you'll win. Unless it's the lotto.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's very true.
I was reading something where you have far better chance of getting hit by lightning than ever winning the lotto.
Right. So, but that won't stop me. I'll still buy a ticket.
I was going to say, but yet it seemed to have.
It did. I just had a aneurysm right here. Hey,
Yeah,
did you
zombie
ever
moment.
did you go see Prometheus yet?
No.
Oh, dude, you are killing me.
I heard it's horrible.
No, I thought it was great.
Oh, my friend Melanie, she just thought it was stupid.
No, it was awesome. Ridley Scott in full effect, my friend. It was. Do I want to call it a prequel? Kind of. I guess I can kind of call it.
It has to be a prequel because that's how the ship got there, right?
Well, no, different planet.
Oh,
Same solar system, different planet.
oh. It looked like the same ship, though.
Same alien race.
Oh, okay.
So this tells you who the alien race was that was in the first Alien.
Oh, okay.
The guy who was fused to the chair.
Yeah.
in the space jockey. Which did I ever tell you that I got a? I had been hunting for one of these, dude, for like 5 or 6 years. I finally found one of I think it's 400 limited edition silk screens of the space jockey that H.R. Geiger did and hand signed.
Wow.
Found it on eBay, was able to talk the guy down to about a third of what he was asking for it. Don't ask me how I did that. I don't even know.
That's those negotiation skills that you have there.
It is. It's my secret negotiation skill. So now I need to get it framed, and I'll take a picture of it and put it on our Facebook page.
All right.
So that's very exciting. So now, have you been keeping up on your horror film list that you've had?
Oh my God, yes.
So what have you seen? Let's do the 30-second review of each movie you've seen.
God. Well, I have a list of things to watch. I don't remember what I've been watching.
You said you watched Monsters, I think it was.
Oh yeah, but we talked about that, didn't we?
We talked about that. Yeah, that was the last one we talked about.
You know, I'm not sure if I actually saw anything. I've been just making a list. I've got a list of really funny things that have come on Netflix.
Right.
But before, well, do we want?
No, go ahead. Throw. What do you got?
All right. Well, it goes on for like 1,000 pages here, but
Oh, good heavens!
I discovered this really cool site called IFT. Have you heard of IFT?
No.
It's IFTTT.com. It stands for if this, then that.
Oh, I like that.
And you could sign up all sorts of different things into it, and it monitors them for you. And if something happens on this, it will then do that to the other thing. So it like connects everything together.
Oh,
and
I like that.
One of the things I have it do is it watches Twitter, because Netflix sends out a tweet every time it puts something new on the instant watch queue or the instant watch list. Anytime something becomes available, it tweets it out. And so this watches for those, and every time one happens, it grabs it and emails it to me. And then Google filters it into a folder for me.
Wow.
And so I've got this big collection that's growing daily. Let me see how many I've got in there. It's like, okay, it's only 66.
Okay.
But
well, what in there has grabbed your attention from the horror genre that you want to see?
Cheerleader Massacre, The Unborn, Terror Within, Not of This Earth, former adult film actress Tracy Lords.
Yes, I saw that movie.
I know you.
It was pretty horrible.
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
Brain Dead, Sorority House Massacre, Death Sport, The Devil's Double.
Oh, you know what? I saw that in the instant queue, and I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
That's one I have not seen. So that looks like a fun one.
Fun. It's about Saddam Hussein's depraved brother or something like that. God, talking about horror movies. What his son used to do to his enemies.
Yeah, he was not the nicest guy.
No, he was
on the block.
You could make a horror movie of his life, and it's all true.
Right.
Apparently, he had this plastic shredder, and he would put his enemies into it.
Good Lord.
Okay, let's not go there.
Yeah, let's. Wow.
1313 Bigfoot Island. The Shock Labyrinth.
Right. Very nice.
Oh, Conan the Barbarian. I think this is the new one.
Oh, you know what? I figured that would be on video.
I definitely put that on my list. But anyway, so these are all the ones I plan on watching.
Right. Okay. But you have not seen any of them yet.
No, I haven't actually seen any of them.
Okay. All right.
Here's it's called Absentia. I thought it was Absenthia.
Yes, I saw that on there too. It has nothing to do with absinthe.
Yeah.
Like our other podcast.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do, the movie Zombie Apocalypse that appeared on Science Fiction Channel.
Right.
The guy who wrote that reached out to us.
What?
Let me pull up the email real quick.
He heard us talking about him?
No, he reached out to us, asked if we would talk about his new book.
Oh, wait, we talked about that.
We didn't actually talk about it on the show.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought we did.
No, we didn't.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's called Zombies on a Plane.
Right.
Yeah, no, we haven't talked about that.
Wow, I thought for sure we did talk about zombies.
No, we talked about talking about it, but we never actually talked about it.
Welcome to Senility Chat with Dan and Jerry.
Okay, Dan. 1 glass of apple juice a day and 4 cups of coffee is supposed to prevent Alzheimer's.
Really?
Yes. And at least 1 glass of red wine.
Oh, well, I got that covered.
There you go. Anyways,
what's the thought process behind that?
Of what? Oh, all those things.
There you go.
Oh no, my mind has already gone back to zombies on a plane.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was just thinking.
Well, apparently it's the apple juice and the coffee and just things in those drinks. There are chemicals and I don't know what antioxidants and things of that nature that keep your brain stimulated and prevent the. I think that it's like plaque forms in your brain, just like it does on your teeth. And this keeps that from happening. And also another thing you got this one down pat.
All right.
Surfing the internet.
Oh, good. Well, then I'm set.
There you go. If you do all those things, you've pretty much eliminated getting Alzheimer's. Or even if you have the pathology for it, you're ahead of the curve and you keep it at bay.
Wow. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a lot better. What was your name again? Sorry.
I'm sorry I went down this avenue.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like, what are you going to do?
This isn't even funny.
Speaking of horror films, by the way, I just want to let you know I did see Piranha Double D or 3 Double D.
Oh, really?
It was horrible. Oh my god,
it had to be.
At least the first Piranha had some, as slight as it was, had some shred of credibility to it. This one has absolutely no credibility at all.
What they went to spring break and just turned the camera on and said, "Hey, everybody, you're on a movie. Pretend there's piranha."
Oh, you would think that. But no, they actually had a script and they basically imagine a water park that gets overrun by piranhas.
They come out on land?
Let's just say piranhas in a water park.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what keeps you from staying out of the water?
Well, exactly. That's why they lost all credibility. And it's very sad. And yeah. So if you have not already subjected yourself to it, I would request that you don't subject yourself to it. It's pretty horrible.
Have you seen and I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but have you seen the Abraham Lincoln
Vampire Hunter? No, I have not, actually. I had the choice to go see that. My wife wanted to go see, what was the movie? Oh, man, we just saw it just the other...
The Notebook 2.
Oh, no. Oh, good Lord. No, I'd put that right up there with Piranha 3 Double D. But
we Notebook 3 Double D.
Now that I probably would have stayed for.
Bridges of Madison County 3 Double D.
That's right.
With piranhas.
She got these giant implants and forgot what to do with them.
Piranhas of Madison County.
I love story with man eating fish. That's got some potential, my friend.
It's got teeth.
It's got. No, I went and saw the new Spider-Man.
Oh yeah! I wanted to really hate that.
I liked it.
I liked the previews and the sneak peeks that I've seen.
I'm telling you, it actually was really, really good. I really liked it. I thought it was a great retelling. The two actors,
first
Peter Parker and the girl just didn't have the same chemistry as the original two. But, I mean, they were cute in their own way. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, this one, instead of biological, it's all technological, isn't it?
Well, it's half and half.
Okay.
So I don't want to give anything away because you really do need to see it, but it is a great retelling. I am just looking forward to the day when computer graphics actually make me think that something is real.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? It's like even as good as they are, you can still look at something and go, "Oh, okay, that's generated."
Well, okay, let me challenge that a little bit.
Okay, please.
I bet you there's a whole bunch of computer graphics or CGI that you've seen that you had no idea were there.
Oh, maybe.
Like Titanic. Most
all right.
of that was all CGI, but it never called to attention to it because the whole point of it was to look real and be in the background. But you're seeing something fantastic like Spider-Man zooming around on these. Obviously, they can't possibly do that for real.
Right.
Therefore, your mind is going to know, the difference. You're gonna be watching for it. But I bet a bunch of the scenes that went on were actually computer generated, and you never had a clue because they didn't jump out and say that's impossible.
Well, that could be possible. I don't know. It's just, I guess what I'm looking for is the day when they can make creatures. Now, the closest they came to doing that, for me at least, was with Gollum in Lord of the Rings. Now, I know it's been years since that movie came out, but honestly, that was still the best. The best. Not 3D, the computer animated character that I've ever seen.
How about, and this is a kind of a trick question, how about Jurassic Park?
Yeah, that was pretty amazing too.
That was pretty amazing. My memories of it were that it was completely indistinguishable. Yet now when I go back and look at it, I'm like, oh, that looks fake. It's because they've gotten so much better now than they used to be, that what was state-of-the-art back then is now something you can do on your Mac.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true, my friend.
You should see what I can do with my iPhone.
It's true. You can make stuff blow up on your iPhone.
Can.
Wow.
Thanks to Bad Robot.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. So, all this to say, there's plenty of good horror coming up and coming out this month. I think there's going to be some really good zombie-related things happening this year in the movies and on TV.
And on books. I still want to plug this guy's Zombies on a Plane.
Well, that's right. We never even talked about that. So let's refresh my memory, because we did email about it, which I then transposed into actually talking about it. What's the premise?
Here's the premise. I'm just going to read from what he sent me.
Okay.
Despite every precaution, despite all the rules and safeguards, a zombie infestation breaks out on board Flight 1219. It spreads row by row, victim by victim, relentlessly converting passengers. The few remaining survivors are trapped 38,000 feet in the air with an army of the undead.
Wow.
And it says 3 ounces of shampoo will not be enough to save you.
Wow. That's very funny.
The author's name is Brooks Peck, and he is the person who wrote the screenplay for the zombie apocalypse TV movie for Sci-Fi Channel, which you liked, and I thought was really, really poorly made.
Well,
now I'm not putting down the author's screenplay.
Right. You're just putting down the fact that it was made by the Sci-Fi Channel.
I think it was made on a budget, and I bet you there was a lot of people who got in the way and ruined his story.
Well, let's put it this way. If it came from the same people that brought us Piranaconda,
and
that's all I have to say.
What was the other one? The
Sharktopus.
Sharktopus.
And could you imagine? I mean,
Battle L.A.
I apologize if any of our listeners are the guys who actually wrote those things, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure the authors who wrote them wrote a pretty damn good story.
Well, maybe they were just cranking stuff out because Sci-Fi said, "Hey, look, we'll buy pretty much anything you put on paper."
I don't believe that. I've heard too much about how it works. You could go in there with something that's beautiful and wonderful, and they'll write all these notes and say, "Hey, this should be changed to that because of our watcher." They just change it. The executives have to justify their existence in the big machine. You know what I mean?
I guess. So what you're saying is I probably shouldn't submit my idea for Pillbug Cat to the Sci-Fi Channel.
Maybe. Well, be prepared for not to be anything like the way you pictured it.
Right. I can see the meeting. Okay, we love your idea and we think it's great, but can we change the pill bug to say like a kitten? Yes, a kitten. And the dog part, since that won't work, why don't we change the kitten to a kitten hybrid with a praying mantis? Praying man kitten-tus.
Yeah.
A puss.
And we'll make the male character a female.
Right. And we'll have another female character kiss them because, people like seeing those two girls kiss.
Yeah, yeah. In fact,
and there goes your whole story out the window.
We'll make that the focal point of the movie.
Right.
All this other stuff, no, we're going to get rid of it.
Yeah. We'll just rehack some images from Piranhaconda and water spiders. I
swear to God, on this zombie apocalypse things, they reused all sorts of stuff from other movies I've seen.
Oh, I'm sure they did. That's I think, honestly, recycling is the new trend in low-budget films.
Well, at least they didn't do that with Monsters.
Yeah, that is true. That was actually a decent story.
That was a damn good movie.
So, do you think we should get this guy? You want to write him back and see if he wants to come on the show, and we'll talk to him about zombies on a plane?
Sure. We'll see. But
can you kind of feel him out a little bit and see if he's got a sense of humor? Because I would hate to get him on here and start poking a little bit of fun with him and have him get all offended about his work of art.
Hey, his other feature film that showed on Sci-Fi was Rage of the Yeti.
Well, there you go. He's perfectly set up for our show.
I think he fit right in here.
Okay, never mind. He's good.
Zombiesonaplane.net. That's how you can find out everything about that book that we just talked about a lot.
So now, is he going to present that as a possible film for Sci-Fi?
That's a question we should ask him.
We should ask him. Let's get him on the show. Let's see if he'll do an interview.
We'll give it a try.
And speaking of which, don't forget, it is coming up in 2 months. And I'll just give a heads up to our listeners now. Two things. One, we will be doing a live interview with the gentleman who started the Run for Your Life Zombie Obstacle Course.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. And I will be filming my hijinks at the actual Run for Your Life in Temecula, California. I'll be out there as a zombie. I'll have my little video recorder. I'm gonna tape everything and do some point of view zombie footage of me trying to eat some of my friends who are actually going to be on the run.
Eat their face.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I should put a sign around my neck that says bath salts for sale. That would make them laugh, I think.
Also, people should make all sorts of zombie. No, just human face masks made out of gummy, so other people could eat it.
That's hilarious, like a gummy bear face mask.
Yeah, a gummy bear face mask.
That could actually be very funny. I think I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring my own prop. I'm gonna find a mannequin head, and I'm gonna make it up with some stuff that I can tear off of it. Look like I'm eating a head, walking around out there. I think that'd be hilarious.
It'd be great.
So we got that coming up. So there's a lot of great things coming up on Zombie Beach. So please don't take our absinthe. Please don't take our absinthe.
Yeah, we want to drink it
because we'll get cranky. But don't take our absinthes. I can't even say absinthe anymore. Please don't take our being gone for a while as any stretch of us going into pod fade. We just took a little bit of time off for the summer, just like you would. So please come back and listen. And, we promise to be funny and entertaining.
I have another book to plug.
Oh, please.
It's one that we gave away. We gave a copy of it away to a listener.
And they never picked it up?
No, she got it. And she thanked us for it. It was The Alamo and Zombies. Do you remember that?
Yes, that's right.
Well, that has been officially nominated for a Chelsea Award in the Best Paperback category this year. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So and so you guys could find that at yarddogpress.com.
Wow.
Yard Dog Press. I want to make sure I said that right because it sounded like I said Yard Dog.
Yard Dog.
Yard Dog Press, all one word.
So you heard about this book first
here
on Zombie Beach.
Yeah.
So can we get an autographed copy to give away, do you think?
Which I'm pretty sure we could.
I think we should. Especially if it wins a Chelsea award, then we could keep it and sell it on eBay.
There you go. Shh, don't tell them.
Sorry. Shh. Sponsored by eBay. Hey, they gave us a free listing for it. What can I do?
Yeah, so anyway, we are running at about 52 minutes. Let's
go ahead and wrap this present up. And
everybody remember, groovybrew.com / it's wearing off. I need some more Death Wish coffee. It's groovybrew.com/deathwish. That'll take you to their coffee, and also we'll be able to count how many people go there, so we can show them the numbers.
Will you post that on our Facebook page and on our website?
I don't know, because we want to see how many people would actually do it from listening to us. Don't you think?
Well, how about this? How about we put it on our website? Well, I would just rather. I mean, let's put it this way: if the guy gets 1,000 click-throughs. He's not really going to know. I mean, we'll say, look, they heard it on our show and they saw it on our page and they clicked it.
All right. Oh, well, listeners, is that honest? I mean, I guess so. Yeah. We're still pushing it. Okay. So that, and even though we were kind of unhappy a little bit with our super focus, I still want to say, while they won't necessarily enable you to see the supernatural, super focused eyeglasses will enable you to see things in supernatural focus, which they do.
They do.
For more information, you can visit superfocus.com or call 800-900-3700.
Yes.
And you could, since I'm plugging things, you can go to jerryjdavis.com and see all my books.
Yes, buy a book from Jerry and keep him employed.
I write science fiction and fantasy, if you couldn't tell.
Yes. And make sure you go to our iTunes page and leave a comment. We like that. And talk to us on Facebook. We've started to get more activity on our Zombie Beach Facebook page. So it would be great to have you come by and say hi. A lot of people have been liking some of the photos we've been posting and some of the links we've been putting up. And thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm there now, so I'll do a couple shouts out. Shouts out?
Shouts out.
Shouts out.
It's like a Shih Tzu without the zoo.
Oh, I haven't even seen some of the stuff that you posted in the E-Walking Dead.
Isn't that awesome?
I really like that huge spider tattoo on that girl's leg.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow.
That is not right.
So let's see, Josh and Jimmy and Josh and Ed. I'm just reading people's names off.
Yes, that's all right.
Michael.
A lot of people. Josh went on a rampage today and started liking every single photo on our page.
Stephen and David Marsiler. We could say his whole name because we know him.
Yes, we like David.
Janet. Hi, Janet. Mary B. Moody, who's got the coolest name.
Yeah, Mary's cool. She interacted with us a little bit. She talks to us every once in a while.
Patrick, who
we like Patrick.
I was in a meeting with, and you were supposed to be there too.
Oh, did I miss that today?
No, it was last week. Oh, Bruce Campbell. I missed his
birthday. 54 years old. He's 2 years older than I am.
Huh. Hey, Bruce.
And he's much richer.
Even though he doesn't like me.
No, it's all right. I wouldn't take it personal.
I doubt if he'd even remember. Edward?
Yes.
And Keith. Did I already say Keith?
You may have.
Lewis?
Oh, and don't forget, of course, I don't think, did we plug this?
Knox?
Before, back in June, our good friend Ray, who we still need to interview, who is a mortician and embalmer, wrote a book called Zombie Fables.
Zombie Fairies?
No, Zombie Fairy. Oh, there you go. Another sci-fi movie right there.
Really? Zombie Fables. That sounds
Zombie
good.
Fables. It's on Amazon.com. And you should scroll down. It's right underneath the episode 33 highlighted banner. So check that out, which is always good. So just all sorts of great things going on.
I love the gun with the zombies setting.
I know. That was like classic.
And the little puppy eating the other puppy's face. It says,
yes. Basalt.
Hello, Elizabeth. Okay.
Great things on our Facebook page, people. If you have not gone there and joined, please do. As of now, we're at 110 people on our page, but things would indicate that there are way more people that kind of glance through it. So like our page. We like people who like us.
Zombie Fables by Ray De La Rosa.
Yes.
Amazon.com.
Buy one today.
Well, let me see if he's got a web page. Ray, you need a web page.
I don't think he has a web page. He's a mortician, so he's trying to keep a low profile.
Dude, he needs a web page.
I know. He really does.
Hey, I got one more book. One more book to plug, and it doesn't have anything to do with zombies. This is for anybody out there who's writing books. It's called How to Market a Book. No, seriously, it's a really good book. I bought it myself. Okay, How to Market a Book by Lori Caldwell and Catherine Sears. Highly recommended if you're an author, especially if you're an indie author. Get this. It's only $4.99 for your Kindle.
That's cheap.
It is. $12.95 for your paperback.
Well, there you go. So that is your writer's update and tip of the month.
Yeah, that's about all I have.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much done with this dog.
All right. Well, I don't have a song picked out, so it's going to be a surprise.
Awesome.
But
maybe it'll be something from our friend the Jackalopes.
Could be. I think we've mined just about every song from there.
Have we? Oh, well, all right.
But there is a favorite of theirs, of the one where he's got the Frankenstein girl.
Right.
I love that one. So I just go ahead and play that one again.
Sure, let's play that, and then we'll be more on top of the ball next week.
Yeah, Jackalopes, people. The Jackalopes.
We like Jackalopes.
They're you can get them at magnitude.com.
And they're free.
No, they're not.
I thought they were free on magnitude.com.
Well, if you're a member.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, I mean, membership is like $15 a month, and there's like 40,000 songs you could download, and this and whole albums and stuff like that. And I mean, you just download them. You just become a member and download. It's just
there you go.
That's
so quit stealing stuff and download things, people.
Because the authors actually get paid by this place. The authors, the musicians actually get money.
Well, they'd be authors if they wrote the song.
Well, I guess they are song authors.
All right, well, let's get out of here. Let's let these people go back to whatever life they have.
Or afterlife.
Or afterlife that they have. Good point. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
That went on too long, didn't it?
She's alive! Alive! She was made in love.
Is that a zombie in your gun sights? Or a live, uninfected person? You don't want to make a bad judgment call because either can lead to disaster. That's why we recommend donning a pair of Super Focus eyeglasses before you pull the trigger. Yep, it was a zombie. Thank you, Super Focus. Super Focus recommended eyewear for the zombie apocalypse. For more information, go to www.superfocus.com or call 800-900-3700.